Well, as much as I wanted to go outside and work on the bull bar, not because I'm just absolutely looking forward to working on the bull bar, but because I want to get all these freaking parts out of the garage and the house, but because it's raining, I'm moving on to the engine. So this is the beginning of stage one. I'm going to be installing a cold air intake on the 4Runner this morning, and then hopefully the magnaflow exhaust will be showing up here pretty soon, and then I'll start on that. But supposedly, per the instructions, this takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours to install, so this is going to be the project this morning. Man, don't you just love working on a clean engine? No oil, grease, any of that mess, just brand spanking new. So here we are starting the cold air intake. I'm going to be basically taking out this piece here and putting in a heavy breather. One of the things I like to do with these videos, one is it's the further rut-row moment where I put everything back together and go, oh crap, I did something wrong. Or B, when somebody says, hey, how'd you do that? So this is the beginning of the video. I'm going to begin removal of the cold air intake. All right, this is the before sound. I'm obviously not going to film the whole thing because I would never get this job done. But anyway, essentially, so far, we removed the airbox assembly, upper and lower intakes. The only real pain in the neck on this was these little jabbers right here. Those little connectors. You have to pinch these from underneath. It's impossible to do with your hand behind there. So I basically flipped the airbox over so that I could get those off without breaking them. So anyway, this is the beginning. We got it all removed. All right, quick update. I'm fixing to put the cover on top of it, but and I still have to, kind of wire some stuff up and stuff. But I kind of wanted to get another video of what it looks like when it's still kind of opened up. So anyway, we're getting there. All right, so this is what the final looks like. This cover is optional, but they tell you if you go into water and stuff, the fan can spin up in there. And I figured, you know what, I'm going to put that on there. So, pretty clean install though. It looks pretty good. So, mod number 1 on the 4Runner has been done. And we're going to go for a sound check now. I just had to throw this in here. This is absolutely the worst instructions. I mean, granted, Harley-Davidson heated grips is pretty bad too, because they put like every model that's out there and they don't really kind of tell you which one you're doing. But these instructions are just terrible. I mean, they'll say things like, relocate the horn, but they don't really tell you how to, right? They'll say things like install the provided, mounting bracket with the provided hardware. And everything says provided hardware, but it doesn't tell you what, right? So there's really no listing anywhere except for this. And so you have to go here and grab, where you think those pieces are coming through, and then cross-reference it to the list and figure out what screws and bolts you have to do. But literally every step in here, you had to reference this. So I'll give them an A+ on the air cleaner because it's cool and it sounds good and it'll help my gas mileage and all that. But I give them, it's almost comedic. I'll give them an F for instructions. I mean, these were just absolutely terrible, completely worthless. All right, so cold air intake went pretty well. So I'm getting a little cocky now. So next, I ordered the magnaflow catback exhaust, and I'm going to, even though it's wet, I think I can stay dry under there. I'm going to crawl up under there and rip out this exhaust and install the magnaflow. It came with a chrome tip, and I have this whole blackout thing going on the 4Runner. I don't want a big old freaking chrome tip hanging out of the back. So got the powder coaters down the street, so took it down there. They're going to strip it and powder coat the thing. So anyway, I should be getting that back soon. Okay, so we got here, this is the magnaflow 15145 catback exhaust. It's pretty straightforward. You just basically it's hangers and bolts. It's not like welding and crap like you used to do back in the day. So supposedly this is a bolt-in system, so I'm just going to go ahead and bolt it in. Okay, old exhaust is pulled, new exhaust is sitting there waiting. So now we're going to go in and hang the new one and go from there. Okay, so you have to remove the spare tire, by the way, but I have the new stainless exhaust routed through there. It was fairly easy because the hangers are brand new, so it just came right out. But this is for you from the back. Now I've got to put the tippler or the muffler tip that I'm getting black coated, powder coated here at the end, so I can go out to the exit. But I'll give you a view from the front too before I tighten things up. So basically it's pretty simple. There's two spring bolts right here. You got to pull out the hangers, and then that's the new magnaflow exhaust right there, and then you put hangers in there. But I haven't tightened everything up because basically you got to get everything together and centered where you want it, and then you start tightening stuff up. But so far so good. So just got the exhaust tip back from my powder coater guy down the street. Like $25. These guys are called Jar Coaters here in Vancouver. They're like 3 blocks away, man. Totally worded it up. So getting ready to install that. Okay, that's the final. That's it. Stage 1 complete.